Evening all, and welcome to episode 29 of season 7 of Factory Town, where our research is going very slowly. We're about halfway through, 50%. We haven't got any mana power. That's because we don't have enough mana coming up here yet. It's a supply issue. I don't think we have enough mana. We've got enough mana coming in here. We just don't have enough. But it's fine, it's fine. There's no point in rushing the mana over here because it's not used that much. However, we definitely are running lower on stamina books than I'd like, and we don't have any Dragon Punch at all. And the reason behind that is this here is struggling. It's struggling to make apple juice, to make berry juice, and to make dragon punch all at once. Because although the dragon punch takes 4 seconds, it's actually taking 3 times as long because the apple and berry juice is being made at the same time. Just under 3 times as long because these two get done when the bar gets to about here somewhere, and then the rest goes there. So I would like to change this up. Adjust this. Yeah, to do something different. So let's do that. Okay. And what we're going to do is we are going to flatten down a tiny amount of the ground here. That, and hopefully I can get a kitchen in there. It will let me. Awesome. Awesome. We're going to put a kitchen there, and we're going to put a kitchen here, and you can already see what I'm going to do, can't you? This one is going to make apple juice. This one is going to make berry juice. There we go. Apple and berry juice being made. And then they're going to output onto there. And then you're going to have that as an input. And you're going to use up all the resources that are inside you, which will be fine. Once you're done. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that berry because we don't need that berry anymore. And then we're just going to go into recipes and we are going to literally just go down and go, you're making Dragon Punch only. And that will speed that up. That will make that not quite 3 times as fast, but easily fast enough. These take 3 seconds to make one. And this requires 1 every 4 seconds, so it's fine. These can keep up, providing they get enough berries, which currently they're not. But I think their output is filling. It's actually going down slightly. It's not outputting fast enough because they're not getting enough fruit in. Interesting that you've got storing. I'm going to turn these around for a moment. Let them back up and see whether it's going to use up its storage. Because it should do. I don't know why it's got storage and it's got input. That's a bit strange. I just want to make sure something isn't odd here and broken or something like that. Because I've never really taken recipes away. At least not taking them away in this way. Yeah, no, it is using storage. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay, so it needs 1 more apple juice. 1 more apple juice. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, because it's a bit strange. It's got storage and it's got input. That just seems odd to me. It's got both of them. Seems somewhat wrong, but it's fine. I think it's just literally that it got itself a little confused with the way things work, but that should be fine. So let's see whether this can all keep up. I'm hoping it does. If not, we'll upgrade the. Well, I'm saying if not. Why don't we just upgrade the belts anyway? Okay, there we go. So now you're getting enough resources in. That's the thing. We're just going to hope that it gets enough resources from the stuff around it. I think it'll be okay. We're fine for that at the moment. You're producing 60 a minute and you require... That's fine, that's fine. You're not producing 60 a minute, you're actually producing... No, you are. At 200% speed, you're producing 60. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think I balanced that already as well. This one is slightly slower because technically it's doing dragon fruit and apples. This one might need boosting up at some point, but we'll see. Yeah, because that's definitely going slower down there because the dragon fruit's being. So you might need one up more. Just to try and balance out everything when a dragon fruit gets used. Just trying to balance out stuff there. You've run out of berries. That's so interesting. That's filling up the storage as well. Ah, okay. Okay. So let's plant berries everywhere we can that this farm gets access to. Actually, you know what? We're also going to plant berries along there as well. Awesome. There we go. And we have mana power unlocked. Yay. We've got more berries. More berries. Awesome. So, with mana power unlocked, what do we also need for airships? Let's have a look see here. So, we need air purification. Air purification requires elemental extraction. Elemental extraction requires base level 8, which means that's where we're stuck. We need base level 8. We could do magic jewelry, we could do other bits and pieces. We're not going to. We're not going to. We just did mana transmission, didn't we? This opens mana pipes, mana connectors, and unlocks mana power. Right. I don't know what mana. I don't think we have anything that connects. So we've got the mana transmitter, the mana receiver, the recharger, the enchanter. Imbues magical power into stuff. Is that what we used over here? Were they enchanters? I think they were, weren't they? No, they were magic. Okay, magic forces. So, enchanter. What can the enchanter do for us? What can you make? You can make enchanted books. We need enchanted books. We need enchanted books. That's exactly what we need to upgrade the base. Right. And the reason I'm having to put this down and check it was because I completely skipped off that screen that just popped up that says you've completed the research and didn't read what he actually gave us. You'd think I'd know by now, but I don't. So yeah, yeah. So right, let's make ourselves some enchanted books. What do we need for that? We need a book, which requires paper and leather, and we need mana crystal. Now we're not making any paper. We were making paper. We're not anymore. And we're definitely not making leather. We only have one pasture. So I think we should set up all our book production over here. Over here, we'll maybe flatten that mountain down. Maybe go over the edge of the water there. Maybe come this way a little bit. I think because it's a bit weird. They've got this cliff. Yeah, we could flatten this down. This area here, I think this area here, this probably makes more sense. This area here, the other side of the railway track. And then we can have a train pick up from there and drop off. And if it finds out our throughput isn't fast enough, we can change this for a station, and that'll increase our speed. So let's spend loads of red coins. Let's flatten. Let's just terraform the world. The world is ours. With it, we can do whatever we want. But that does not mean, just because you can do something, does not mean you are free from the consequences of that action. So we flatten the world, and then the mountains are gone forever, and no one can ever go hiking in these mountains ever again, because there are no mountains. Gone forever. Goodbye, mountains. Goodbye. In fact, we're also going to fill in the water. We can bring the water back. That is one thing we can. We can technically bring the mountains back as well. It's just complicated to do. Trees. Do we need trees? I don't know if we need trees. We've got plenty of trees elsewhere. Let's remove these trees here. I'm going to leave them pairs there. Just because. There we go. So, So let's do now. We've got a thing here which is producing loads of bread. I think that's going to be self-contained. We're going to leave that. How are we doing for yield here? Our yield is 92%. Look at that. That's been here since almost the beginning of the game. I think this one is like... No? Not potatoes. Oh no, this one. This one is technically our original, our OG one, isn't it? Got some ones over here. 60% going on there. But we're not using this one. These have been used more than anything else. And these are getting up to 96, 98%. So we're getting up to cap on there. And once we get to cap, we can then put down fields, which will make it even more. Not that we need more. We're doing fine here. We're doing absolutely fine here. So. It's nice to have because our bread usage may go up. Probably will go up. We've only got 8 people to deal with as well, so I've got to be careful of that. We can put down more houses. I'm putting you down in this area here because of the base. I have seen that there's talk of, well, I'd say talk there. We're going to be able to build bases at some point. We're going to be able to get new bases, but right now we can't. So I've been holding off for that. I've been holding off for not moving the base, thinking maybe I could build another one in here, and then we can refactor the town when that update comes, because I don't know what balances that update's going to bring as well. But what I think I might do is, seeing as we're gonna do this anyway, let's put in. We've got a house here. So let's put in a house here and here and there. Okay, and then we will upgrade them. And the new upgrade system is going to come as well. So what I may do, the new upgrade system, or at least the preliminaries that I've seen of it, again, I think it's on the testing branch, but I don't really use that for actual proper gameplay because it's testing, so you never know what's going to happen with it. But the idea is going to be that you can still upgrade houses the way I just did it there, but houses will upgrade over time if you supply them the correct things. So they may, for instance, if we put a house down, require planks. And if you feed them enough planks, this house will automatically upgrade from level 1 to level 2 without costing you any money. And then whatever you need from level 2 houses will upgrade, and level 3 houses will upgrade by you supplying the goods to them. And eventually they'll become level 5 houses over time. And I like that idea. I really like that idea. I would like it if it's slow, if it's a very long process. You know, like it requires 100 wood to be delivered to them, and then 100 of the next thing to be delivered to them. Because then you put down a house, and it does take a long time in gameplay to upgrade. I think you're still going to have the button to force upgrade it if you want to, but we'll leave it like it is. Pretty good. I'm always going to decorate all this. Yeah, that didn't really happen. I do like that this actually has the light shining off the road. That is quite cool. I like that. With this new road texture, that is quite cool that it's shining and it shines off the buildings. Go back here, you can see it shining off there. It's shining up here, but these ones are darker. That's cool. I like that. Dynamic lights, awesome fun. Right. So let's build a production chain to create books. And this wants to do all of our books here. That's the idea. That's what it's going to become. So let's build this with a bit of scalability in mind. So right now we can do enchanted book. And I know full well that to upgrade the books later, you require an enchanted book and whatever thing there. So I need to leave some space over here. If this is where we're going to make enchanted books, we'll say there. And we'll put down a bar. In fact, well, do you know what? I don't want to do. I was going to come off there and do that. That's a stupid idea. How about we come off there? Go back and join like that. And we'll grab this. You're going to be. Enchanted books. Do the other books sell? I know the Alright, so it's either normal book or enchanted book. Okay. So we'll just go enchanted book, and then we'll do the other 4 as well. I don't want to tag them yet, because I'm a little worried. If I tag them, it's also going to include this one here. So we're not really ever going to make this stamina spell books, because we have them here. That's one less to worry about. So I suppose what I can do is I can add to this. Let's add the enchanted book, the strength book, cure book, and the protection book, not the stamina one. Any train that has those will come down here now. Makes sense. You want to turn this way. You are mana book, mana books. Oh. You want to turn this way if you are enchanted book, that book, or that book. That's where they're all going to be made. And I'm also going to need some way for a train to come this way. We'll use logic. We'll use logic for that. Do we have... What logistics books do we have? Compute blocks. I need an inventory sensor. I'm going to require that. For this build, I'm going to need that, because we're going to have a train doing double duty. The train that's coming all the way up here to drop off mana crystals is also going to go the other way as well. So, you, my friend, would you do advanced logistics for us, please? Thank you very much. And then I can use the logistics as well to adjust this ever so slightly. Because I could tell it, if we don't need mana crystal train doesn't need to come here. Don't go. Don't drive all the way around there. No point. No point. That's what we're going to do here. We're going to have a pusher with a mana crystal. And we're going to say, if your mana crystals are full, then don't come this way. I just wonder if there's a way. No, that's for the future. I just wonder. Now, this is jumping to the future, but if I have a pusher here, like this, and I say, well, we are going to want mana crystal, but we're also going to want these 4. Because we're going to need these for making the other books later on. Because the other books later on require 2 of each of these crystals. But if our train station is full on these, there's no way to tell it to turn off this pusher. To say, hey, if we need mana crystals, but we don't need fire crystals, I only want to bring the mana crystal train here, not the fire crystal train. But this, you can't change the item filters via logic, at least not to my knowledge. I don't think there is an option for that at all. So you'd have to basically have 2, 3, 4, 5 outputs on this line. Because we're going to do all the mana stuff over here, that's the idea. So we'd have to have 5 outputs from this line. 1 for fire, earth, air, water, and mana. So, and then you turn them all on and off respectively how and when you need them. But what I'm wondering is if there is a way that I can figure out, and this is a future prediction, and if anyone kind of has an idea on how to do it and you could point me in the right direction, that'd be great. I love playing with logic, so I may go off on a tangent with one. Pre-warning now. If you've watched me before, you'll know my logic gets overcomplicated for no reason when there is an easy way to do things, but I like doing it. But I was wondering if there's a way that I can check the train to find out what's on the train. Check whether what's in the train matches what's in our station. And if the train is, say, fire crystals, and our station is low on fire crystals, so we have 2 if statements, which you can do with an if. There is now an if block in there. So if this is true and that is true, then we'll turn the pusher on. But if the train is false, like the train doesn't have any of the ones we want in it, or the train has water crystals and doesn't have If the train, has water crystals and we don't need water crystals, then don't turn the pusher on, go. So let the train carry on going the way it's going. I don't know where else the crystals are required. Some are required up over there at the research. But I'm hoping I want to do air first. Air's going to be our priority, and we're just going to replace air trains with air ships for this distance, particularly for the research. So we won't use a long train for that. So we'll pick up the air crystals and we'll travel over to there. And that'll be fine. I don't think there's any way I can just tell it to supply the school with what it needs and it will automatically come back. I think when you create the command, so like for instance with the wagon, if I build a wagon, I'm going off on a tangent here, really sorry. But yeah, if I create a wagon and I say, hey, could you supply kitchen, there's a button here called supply kitchen, and it will tell the wagon to go and find all these items. So it will find fuel, it will find tomatoes, potatoes, carrots, and fuel, and it will go. Where are they? Boom, and it will go and find them. Right now, I think it's completely full, so it's just doing nothing. So yeah, deliver everything. Bye. So I wonder if I copy that kitchen to there, and then I tell you the supply. Yeah, there we go. He's gonna go because the kitchen needs something. So he's gonna figure out, hey, you need this, you need that. But if I change the recipe in this, let's say we'll change it to go with fish stew, and that's just so the only one it can find is tomatoes, which is actually the one it's going to right now. Hey, advantages. We're going to supply with tomatoes, that's fine. And then you can't find anything else out. Oh, actually, you can't get to that. Can you? You can't actually get to. That's what you're moaning about. You can't get to the barn where you're trying to go. Because what I'm saying is, when you tell it to supply. What I believe it does internally, I don't know this, but what I believe it does is it goes, find all these things and assign them to the wagon, and the wagon goes. And then if the recipe changed, it will still be looking for the previous items. And the reason I'm saying this is kind of going to be a thing is because if we tell it, hey, supply the school, if we tell an airship supply the school, it could fly all the way over to here if that's in range, I don't know. Pick up mana crystals, come back here. If then the school goes, well, actually I need fire crystals now, do I have to retell it to supply, or will it automatically go, hey, the school needs fire crystals, I'll go and find them instead? Plus I don't know what range it has. I think it's too far, way too far over here. I'm not sure on the range. Airships might have a much longer range than other stuff. I don't know, but we'll find out. Now, very interestingly, you can't actually turn this way. So the train cannot turn this way at the moment. So I need to put in a line that way. There we go. So a train coming up here that has any books goes down here, and train. Now it's a pusher, so it will let the train through. If it was a sorter, it would stop the train because sorters force stuff. So a pusher means that it will go here. So I have to figure out the logic for this. Now we've unlocked advanced logistics, we could have a look at it, but that will be next episode. Right now, I need to actually go back to here because I've been ranting for a while. And we have grain. We have some grain here. That's good. That's good because we want farms. So I'm thinking. I don't know how many farms we're going to need. Let's see. So we've got a farm. Let's pause the game for a moment. We want a what's the thing called that turns grain into the mill? I don't think it's called a mill. What's it called? It's called a grain mill. It is called a grain mill. A grain mill, but it doesn't have a windmill on it. Really wish you'd replace the yeah. So search for the barn. Yeah, I really wish that had a windmill. Really wish that was tall and had a windmill on it. That would be cool. But then all buildings are 3x3x3. But then I'd be fine with it being taller. That would be awesome. I think having a windmill would be great. Your classic windmill there, or you could have a whatever. Anyway, sorry. I just like windmills. The staple of every good survival game. I know this is not a survival game, but is grain, windmill, bread. it's great. So we need to make animal feed. Okay, and then animal feed goes into a pasture. And a pasture needs to make leather. Now, here comes the fun part. You require 4 animal feed. You are quite greedy. Quite greedy. We don't have to worry about the fertilizer. That's fine. Okay. So seeing as my brain fails dramatically every single time I try and figure this out, I'm going to bring up good old trusty calculator. 4 every 8 seconds, so that's oh, excuse me, more. So that is 30 a minute required. Okay, 30 a minute. Right, and you currently run on 2 seconds for 1. Now, if we need 30 a minute, isn't that right? It was 1 second to 1. That'd be 60 a minute. So that means 1 grain mill supplies 1 farm perfectly. Isn't that right? Is that right? 60 divided by 2 is 30. So if I go 1 times 30 is 30. So yeah. Yeah, but that's fine. So that needs 2 every 2 seconds, and you produce 1 every 2 seconds. So we need to double the farm, and then that farm supplies that mill, and then that mill supplies that pasture, and then that's absolutely perfectly well in order. And hopefully I've got that math correct. And look, I did it. I converted it to minutes. So look, you can teach an old dog new tricks. Yeah. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do here. So, okay. I'm also going to put one of these farms. I don't want to put it like here, but maybe we'll just put it here. Yeah, we'll put it here. We'll put it here. Okay, that's going to be 2, and we're going to delete that. And that's where we're going to start off. Now, I normally leave 3 gaps between them, but I think the farm has a range of 4. Because what I want to do is I want to plant, I want to fill the area. Oh, can't see. And there we go. Then we're going to do the same again. We're just going to repeat this over here, and then again there, and we're going to cut into the mountain. Providing it will let us cut into the mountain. That's gone back 1. Forward 1. Over 1. Over 1 more. Into mountain. Okay. More. And back 1. Like that. There we go. Oh, right. Copy. And just funky plunk. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Wasted some resources there. Ah. There we go. Awesome. Right. You come back to there. You come back to there. Okay. Now, we may need to do more here. I may need to figure out how to do this better. But right now, I'm just going to do it in order. I don't know how many books we need. So we're just going to go with the 3 right now. That works. Now the farms can be increased in speed way more than what they currently are. So the farms, you know, it's 2 for 1. So if we put this up to 6, it could by 3. So we could do 3 in a row. So we could split this 3 ways. That's doable. That's the thing that we could definitely do. You go there. Go there. Make it all look nice. Animal feed can go onto chutes, so we might as well put it on chutes because why not? You are leather, and you are leather. And the other thing it needs as well is it needs water. It needs water. Now, what do wells produce? What do wells produce? Wells produce in 2 seconds 1 water, which means they produce 30 a minute, and this needs 30 a minute. So technically, 1 well should run a pasture. Now this is all off the base because pastures can actually be upgraded. They can have a passive upgrade. Every upgrade gives 50% bonus, so you can technically make a pasture 50% faster, but it requires 50% more things. So for every 2 upgrades, we would need another barn, another grain mill, and another well. Now that is actually doable in our current situation, and I'm really tempted to jump straight to that because it's 50% bonus, which means instead of requiring 30 a minute of these, it will require 45 a minute. Then a second upgrade, it will require 60 a minute, and this can produce 30 a minute. So I think we're going to go straight for it. We're going to go straight for it. We're going to go straight to a we're going to go straight to. In fact, I'm going to go around that way. Then what we can do is, if I get rid of the tree here as well, we can go there to there. Oh. Start playing Pipe Mania, connecting all the right direction things so the fluid doesn't come flying out anywhere. Now we're going to need 2 wells. This is where I find out I've got my numbers all completely wrong and it's not going to work. Which, you know what? Wouldn't be the first time. And that's fine. Okay, and then we can upgrade these. So we'll upgrade these wood and then stone. It's got a 50% bonus, so now it's got a 100% bonus. So it requires twice the resources and makes more. So it now produces 1 leather every 4 seconds. Which means it's producing 30 a minute. Is that right? 60 divided by 8 is 7.5. So times 2. No, it's producing 15. 15 a minute. Right now. Yeah, so it's producing 15 a minute. That's how that works. So, okay. And these need 1 every 4 seconds. And we've just halved this, so this is now producing 1 every 4 seconds. So, yay! Yay! We also need paper here as well. We need to turn the leather into paper, sorry. So we need to figure that one out in there as well. But that's going to be for next episode. Because I think we are kind of... I don't know, I need to connect these up as well. I will do that. But what I'm going to do is I'll wait for all the grain to fill up first. So, yeah, I'll wait for all the grain to grow. And there'll be a little bit of a buffer in here. For stuff. Also, we need to speed the farm up to 4, don't we? There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Okie dokie. So that's the idea. That's the concept. Then we'll have lumber mills here, which will require wood to make paper. And then we'll have a thing making books, and then books into the enchanter, and the enchanter making magic books, which is awesome. That's exactly what we want. Cool, cool, cool. So, yes, we'll leave it here and we will come back next time and carry on from there. So, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one and I hope to see you again in the next one. And until then, as always, have fun.